Peace, peace, peace. Welcome to Sage Talks, episode 4. Yeah, this is called Conspiracy Theory Decoded. You hear me? Everybody gather round, everybody gather round. Peace and prosperity to everyone, to one and all. Peace and prosperity. Always support the channel, you feel me? Always support this channel. All we do is tell the truth over here. Yeah. I'm not going to read this graphic out loud that's on the screen. You can see it though, right? Read that. Yeah. Shout out to my man Big Wolf Lex for the sounds you heard. Conspiracy Theories Decoded, family. So I'm gonna give it a little time for certain ones to gather around, and I'm gonna play my theme song. Yes, sir. Give it time to gather around, y'all, and play this theme song and finish setting up the show. Be with you in 3 minutes.
I'm into those, create my own dough, never into toes. Big bank rolls, bring me sin for hoes. Not suspecting I'm a bird, cause I'm in some clothes. Thinking that the gang bird, but it's really cold. To drown H2O, freeze the Eskimo. If my count comes short, oh, extra slow. If you ain't talking money, leave a message, bro. Sell blow with an effortless swag. Never ever had a badge, yet I'm checking the bag. Like petty weed customers, I'm checking the bag. Like Yemenis luggage, I'm checking the bag. Took the bus to the dealership and left in the jag. Got right like a mother effing pen in the pad. Smoking sour, call it lemony grass. Designing up a hustle for my enemies. Cash. I was raised in a little old shack now, yo. Every day closer to push back. Triple OGs did the best they could. Winter May, make sure the product's good. After all the dimes that I've sold in life, soft and hard, been good for me. Drugs been good. Drugs been good. Drugs been good. Drugs been good. I'm all about making you purchase something. If them niggas had weight, you wouldn't have heard them frontin'. When my niggas wasn't safe, you would have heard the thumping. We eating $1,000 plates when the work is coming. Oodles and noodles will make a nigga murder something. It's pretty gun, look good, but there's a worse function. Put you straight into the flow like a perfect puncher. How you want it soft or hard blow like the perfect puncher. Plus the fact is, we some innovators. Y'all still had smack in the refrigerator. That's whack, bruh. Me been did that shit. Y'all backwards, throw some D's in that bit. Stash spots up in that whip. Clap the naps off the kidnap kid. Murder niggas like my syntax did. Not a cosmetologist, but I split that wig. No cement when you shit that brick. Ask your niggas need it moist in it. Don't you call me Michael Bivins, even though I made boys to men. Let it snow like boys to men. 100 stacks on Floyd to win. And Cadillacs with my gorgeous friend. Because she stacked like a chorus, man. Got that Chuck Norris in. From what I'm told is 94%. I'm about to kill him like poison and keep raking an enormous end. I was raised in a little old shack now, yo. Every day closer to push back. Triple OGs did the best they could. Winter May, make sure the product's good. After all the Decoded life, soft and hard, been good for me.
Yes, sir. And we back. So, without further ado, we're gonna get right into it, man. So this week we're talking about conspiracy theory. You hear me? What is a conspiracy theory? And you know how to spot a conspiracy theory. Are they even real, family? So these are the things we're gonna talk about. You feel me? So before I even get into that, we need to talk about the science of memetics or meme science, because this is not new. Meme science is not new. Okay. And we need to understand the science of trigger words. Okay. We're gonna do a little bit of vocabulary today. We're gonna do some vocabulary. We're gonna talk. We're gonna look at a couple of short videos, all under the banner and auspices of fair use. Okay. So the couple of terms, the one of the few terms we need to understand. Well, first let's talk about trigger words first. Let's do that first. So trigger words are words that I like to describe as words that have been propagandized to elicit negative emotion and therefore negative reactions. I'm gonna repeat that. I call trigger words words that have been propagandized to garner negative emotions and negative reactions out of people. That's what I call trigger words. That's what I mean when I say trigger words. Okay, so what's the purpose of a trigger word? Who uses trigger words? Or who creates trigger words? Right? These are all the questions that we feel are pertinent to the conversation. Okay? All pertinent to the conversation. And as always, we having issues with the background audio. I don't know why. Something just happened on Google Drive, I guess, or whatever. Nevertheless, we're gonna keep rolling. So trigger words are words that people say that have been propagandized by others in order to elicit a certain type of emotion from another party. Usually the oh my goodness. So I'm giving you an example of a couple of trigger words. Words like terrorist, words like conspiracy theorist. Those words are left wing, right wing. These right wing, especially, those are trigger words. They're when someone can anti-Semitic, that's another trigger word. When someone uses these words, okay, these words are meant to box people into categories and thereby dispel whatever they're talking about, whatever their issue is. I might have a valid point about something that needs to be reformed, but the moment I get called maybe a anti-Semite or a terrorist or one of those trigger words, a conspiracy theorist, there's a few of them floating around, but I just wanted to give you quick examples of what trigger words are. And again, I'm going to define the trigger words as words that have been propagandized to elicit negative emotions. Okay? Words that have been propagandized to elicit negative emotions. We call those trigger words. Okay? All right. So we're going to go into, how do I want to do this? We're going to go into conspiracy theory. Yay, conspiracy theory. So what is a conspiracy theory? What is a conspiracy theory? Let's read this meme I got it posted up. I know you guys can't read it. It looks to be too small on the screen, but I'll read it. And it reads, what if I told you that the CIA invented the term conspiracy theorist? Specifically in April 1967, the CIA wrote a dispatch which coined the term conspiracy theorists and recommend methods for discrediting such theories. See, this is memetics, meme warfare. The dispatch was marked psych, short for psychological operations or disinformation, and CS for the CIA's clandestine services unit. So right now we see that the word conspiracy theorist was coined by the CIA in order to propagandize individuals and discredit them and their information. Okay? Conspiracy theorist. It's a pejorative term. Let's see what the definition may offer. And is defined here in Google as a belief that some covert but influential organization is responsible for a circumstance or event. That's what they defined conspiracy theory as. Another definition from Merriam, the one I just read was from Oxford. Merriam says a conspiracy theory is a theory that explains an event or a set of circumstances as a result of a secret plot, usually by powerful conspirators. Okay, that we kind of getting there. Now, this word has been propagandized over time since 1967. As we see, the word has been propagandized so that when you say the word either conspiracy theory or conspiracy theorist, automatically the average non-critical thinker will do what? They're going to throw it out. They're going to throw the baby out with the bathwater, aren't they, family? We know. That's exactly what they're going to do. Right? Okay. What is Orwellian? Do you know what Orwellian terms is? Do you know who George Orwell is? Do you know what Orwellian terms are? Excuse me. George Orwell wrote a book called 1984. And it seems more relevant now than when he wrote it. So basically the concepts in the book are concepts that we describe as Orwellian. Okay. One concept that he has in the book is the concept of newspeak. Okay. Now, newspeak, we're living in a world of newspeak actually as we speak. Okay. We're living in a world of newspeak as we speak. Because when you live in the world of newspeak, you recognize it by popular terms not meaning, or excuse me, popular phrases not meaning what the total of the words mean, or what the component parts mean. So when I can put together a phrase, but the phrase has the opposite meaning of what the component parts or the words mean, then I'm speaking newspeak. Okay? I'm speaking newspeak at that point. Newspeak is defined as changing language through omission of words, thinking that certain ideas will be eliminated if certain words are. Another aspect is attaching certain words to ideas, thoughts, and movements that are opposed to the operative word. For instance, Operation Freedom is a war campaign. or how Department of Defense is actually a war department. You understand? So these is new speak, okay? New speak. So basically, when we talking about new speak, we're talking about how we switching terms. And guess what? This is a popular um, theme in memetics. It's a popular route that they go in memetics. They love to switch the terms around. Okay. I don't know what's going on with my music family. We just gonna have to bear with it today. I mean, I got music, and we gonna play my music. For whatever reason, the internet is acting crazy as usual, as per usual. Hey, we gonna get through it. I got my own music, so we good. Okay, so let's go into another word. Let me type it here real quick so we can really have an in-depth show here today. Okay. Okay. And that question is, what is a thought crime? All of these words are germane to the subject today, which is conspiracy theory decoded. A thought crime. What does the term thought crime mean? Thought crime is basically the idea that certain thoughts or words are crimes, or that it's morally okay to shame ones into thinking and believing a certain way. The outlawing of certain thoughts through usually through social ostracization, but there are other means as well. Cancel culture is a result of thought crimes. Well, what you didn't do wasn't necessarily physically unlawful, but it was a thought crime, sir. We're going to cancel your show, and you're not going to be able to do this, and you're not going to be able to do that. Thought crimes. What are thought crimes? Let's say a popular thought crime right now would be to say, well, germ theory is false and terrain theory is correct. That's an example of a thought crime because basically you're going against the whole of the medical establishment. And though it is stated that we live in a free speaking society, if you say things like this, you will be your scope and your reach will be minimized until you have no reach. Think the social credit system in China, where if you become personam non grata, you can't even ride the train. You gotta be wealthy. If you want to become personam non grata, you better have what was known as fuck you money already. And that goes the same. It's the same over here. We have the same social currency. It's just a different degree. Okay, it's just a different degree. So don't be fooled. We're all in the same boats around here. Please do not be fooled. Please do not be fooled. We're all in the same boat around here, And so we gotta be mindful of that. Another term that I'd like to define today, which is germane to the topic, double think. Sage Talks, what is double think? That's simple. Double think is the act of holding two diametrically opposed ideas at the same time. It's daytime, it's nighttime. The law of logic dictates, the law of non-contradiction dictates that only one can be true in a true dichotomy. Only one option can be true in a true dichotomy, according to the law of non-contradiction. So doublethink, we know, is a dangerous mental construct. And once again, doublethink is the act of holding two diametrically opposed ideas simultaneously. Hmm. Can we give a modern example of doublethink? Hmm. Sure we can. Let's say I'm a Bible believing Christian who needs to go get vaccinated. That's doublethink. Because if you were truly a Bible believing Christian, you would not believe that you needed to get vaccinated to be saved. Okay. These are just examples. These are not what I'm saying, but these are just examples. Another term I would like to define today is groupthink. What is groupthink? I was just typing it up so you guys could, you know. Groupthink. Groupthink is basically fitting into whatever the consensus or standard of the day is. Many people make the logical error of believing that something is true based on consensus. Now, when you have an educated populace, consensus is fine. But when you're dealing with a dumbed down population like what we have today, consensus can be bought and purchased. So it should be challenged. Okay. So what are some popular conspiracy theories? Let's talk about it. You know, you have the JFK assassination. That was a popular one. That was a very popular conspiracy theory. American sports being rigged. That's a popular conspiracy theory. The moon landing being a hoax. That's one of the major conspiracy theories of the day. Um, So-called Black American people being slave descendants from Africa. That's a major conspiracy theory. That's a hotly debated topic currently. Okay. Another conspiracy theory. Is your name a company? Is your name a company? So maybe today, these are some of the things that we're going to touch on today, family. Because, you know, as you know, I'm into teaching us how to think. We not drink champs over here. We think champs. And yeah, we got a new show called coming. Excuse me. We have a new show coming called Think Champs. And I want y'all to stay tuned to the channel. Keep supporting the channel because it's coming. And that's going to be a great show. It's going to be just as entertaining as any other show. Okay. So where y'all want to go first? Let's go here first, family. Our American sports rigged. I guess we'll go with the fun first. Put the fun forward. So I want to go with the fun first. Let's put the fun in the middle. Let's go a little bit scholastic first. We'll challenge each other, challenge myself, and we will challenge. I will challenge you as well. Okay. We'll go here. So I have a question. Is the Earth overpopulated? Is Earth overpopulated? That's a good question, right? Who tells us the Earth is overpopulated? We got to look into those types of ideas and who bring them forward. Okay. So just for the sake of being a little graphic, I'm gonna do a slight screen share. It's not really necessary, but we're gonna just do it just so you can see I don't have to lie to you. Okay. So what we're showing right now is the population density of Monaco. Monaco, why I'm using Monaco is because Monaco is the most population dense country, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it's a country. It's the most population dense country in the world, region in the world. The population density of Monaco is 26,337 people per square kilometer. So for a square mile, that breaks down to 68,212 people per square mile. So I'm going to write that down really quickly, family. That's 60, because we go by miles over here. So we got 68,212 people per square mile. Okay. Okay. So let's just do a quick exercise. We're going to do this in real time. We're going to ask Google how many square miles of how many square miles of land is in Texas. Okay. Okay, we have our answer. This is land. This is Texas is 268,597 square miles, or miles squared, however you look at it. Okay. Okay. Now, we see that Earth has at the highest point, at the most population dense on Earth, Earth has the ability to house 62,000 people in a square mile. Right? Excuse me, that's wrong. 68,000 people in a square mile. Okay. Texas is 268,000 square miles. So let's do a quick math problem, okay? We're going to do 268,000. We're going to round it off there. We're going to round it off there. So we're going to say 268,000. Excuse me. That's incorrect. Oh, yeah, that's correct. That's correct. And we're going to multiply that by 68,000. And as you see, family, this number far exceeds the population of Earth. Let's see where we at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros. That's the million. Bing, bing, bing. Here's the billion. So we're talking about we're talking about 18 trillion people can fit spatially in Texas, fam. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I was just making sure I got that correct. We're talking about 18 trillion people can fit in Texas and have the same population density as Monaco. You get that? Did you get that? So when people say that overpopulation is a hoax, maybe this is why. Okay? Maybe this is why. The moon landing hoax. Now this one is kind of you gotta know just a little bit about science, family. Not much. Now, I'm not necessarily trying to put forward any ideas, but what I do want you to do is think for yourself. And so, what I'm going to do is give you facts as to why people believe that the moon landing was a hoax. No, not right now. My landlord is cutting grass right outside my window. Wow. So, reason number one, the vacuum of space. This has three sub reasons that I'd like to point out. So, under the vacuum of space, which is an issue within itself for space travel for humans, we have the issue of propulsion and the issue of changing direction. Also, the behavior of liquids in a vacuum, and also the behavior of inflatables in a vacuum. So these are things you could look up in your time, family. Look up how liquids behave in a vacuum. You could do that right on YouTube. Look at how inflatables behave in a vacuum. Now, keep in mind that the vacuum that they're going to show you is a do-it-yourself vacuum created by novices, straight novices, you feel me? And look at how these items behave in this vacuum, and then you go compare that vacuum to the vacuum of outer space, which is basically the closest thing to a perfect vacuum. And you tell me how liquids would perform in outer space, quote unquote outer space, how inflatables would perform in outer space. The problem with propulsion in outer space, well, if space is a vacuum, then there is no way that rocket propulsion would work in space, because humans propel themselves with a rocket propulsion engine uses combustion, and that is an intake manifold and an exhaust. If there's no air to intake and no exhaust to output, it's not pushing off of anything. It can't push off of anything. There is no propulsion. Also, there's no way to keep a fire lit in a environment that has no oxygen. Okay. Okay, so keep those things in mind. This is just under the heading of the vacuum of space. So those three facts under the vacuum of space: how liquids behave in the vacuum, how inflatables behave in the vacuum, and propulsion in a vacuum. Okay, the next fact that causes people to disbelieve that there was a moon landing was a quote by a NASA astronaut named Don Pettit. Don Pettit, P-E-T-I-T. And he says, I'm basically paraphrasing, working off memory. And he says, oh, the moon, we'd go back in an instant, only we can't. We lost all the telemetry data and we lost all of the technology, basically. Okay. So in 1968, they spent $38 million to get to the moon and lost all the telemetry data and the technology. Not to mention, no one had a VCR at that time. No one had a cell phone, and people didn't even have color TVs yet. Okay, but they went to the moon, and astronauts spoke. Remember, they spoke with Nixon from the moon. Remember that? There's one giant step, and he was on the phone with these guys. Don't forget that, family. But they lost so they lost the technology to get to the moon, but we have far superior technology in our homes these days. The cell phone, the modern cell phone has 10 times, excuse me, I think it's 500 times the power of the computer used to get to the moon. Okay. And they're telling us we can't get back because we lost telemetry data. Okay, cool. And another glaring reason, the last reason I'm going to give as to why people question the moon landing, is the questionable conduct of the astronauts. The questionable conduct of astronauts, okay, who were supposedly went to the moon. If you just do a little research and look into astronauts refusing to swear on the Bible that they went to the moon and things of that nature. Okay, this is not about the veracity of the Bible. It's about the person refusing to swear, believing in the Bible, and refusing to swear that he's been to the moon after making public statements and taking tax money saying he's been to the moon. Okay. And it's not just him. You got Buzz Aldrin, Neil Armstrong. These people, their conduct in interviews is that of liars, and they're uncomfortable liars, but it seems that they didn't want to go along with the program. Okay, so look into those things, and you tell us, is that a conspiracy theory, or is conspiracy theory really a propagandized word to discredit people and ideas? Because even if the moon landing is true, and it really did happen, there's nothing wrong with questioning it from a critical mind state. Well, you told us vacuums have these characteristics. You told us that liquids behave like this in the vacuum. I've seen it. I've seen how inflatables behave in the vacuum. So how did you do it? How is this possible? How is it possible to have, let's say, a Tesla floating in outer space, a regular Tesla? It wasn't fitted for outer space or anything. Everything, all of the parts are regular, according to the young man, what's his name, Elon Musk. All of the parts are normal Tesla parts, yet they're floating in space, supposedly in space. Inflatable tires, just it's a lot. It's a lot to be considered. Not to mention temperature flux. Temperature flux is major in quote unquote space and the edge of the atmosphere. Temperature flux. The temperature can go from 500 below zero to 3,900 degrees within the course of hours. That causes what's known as metal fatigue. That means something made of metal will eventually fatigue and break and begin to break up under those conditions. Okay. So these are just things concerning the moon landing, which cause ones to believe that the moon landing is a hoax, either a hoax or we are being lied to about the nature of our technology and our capabilities. Okay. So these are some things that you want to look into when asking these questions. Okay, family? So the next thing, the next phase, we're gonna go right into it. Are American sports rigged? Now, a lot of my listeners, including myself, are not old enough to have witnessed the Phantom Punch by Muhammad Ali on Sonny Liston. I want to say it was their second affair, the Phantom Punch. He took a right hand, I guess, to the temple or to the jaw. Well, Sonny Liston took a right hand to the temple or jaw area and went straight down. A lot of people claim that a punch wasn't thrown. Ali himself said, well, no, I did hit him, but I just don't feel like I hit him hard enough for him not to get up. So this is what Ali said himself. So now I'm going to begin to show some reasons why it is said that American sporting is a hoax. So what I'm going to do is this one, I'm going to share a video, family. I'll be right back with you under the auspices of fair use. I'm going to show a video with you, fam. Let's get it. Okay, shout out to the makers of this video. This channel is called Fight Night. Shout out to Fight Night. I'm going to parse this particular video. We're going to proclaim fair use and critique the contents therein. Okay. The name of this video is Mike Tyson All Fixed Fights, Boxing Fake Knockouts. Okay. Let's get it, y'all.
title with a record of 33 wins, 3 losses. He has 29 wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight he is making the second defense of his title. Please welcome the current WBC heavyweight champion of the world. He is known as the Atlantic City Express. Introducing Bruce Seldon.
Neste slag. Velga. Høyresving kom med en gang fra Tyson. Så han ut med venstre. Sting i venstre. Skal han stoppe ham, men så legger han seg ned. Eller ble han truffet? Jeg så ikke helt Ingmar. Hva han ble truffet av? Er han ute av 8? Det har skjedd det samme med Bruce Seldon som har skjedd med alle andre. De har blitt livredde når de har møtt Mike Tyson i ringen. Venstrehuken treffer, og Bruce Seldon legger seg ned. Og Bruce Seldon er ferdig, det kan jeg love deg. Han er ferdig, han er ute. Han kommer seg opp. 6. Han er redd. Han skiter i buksa, alt jeg må si. Han vil ikke mer. Han er borte.
Tyson from nearby Catskill undefeated. I think in the first round you'll probably miss a Mike Tyson. A low right from Young. And down goes Mark Young. A breeze, that's it. A little phantom. He's gone. It's over. First round. Mike Tyson of Catskill, New York.
I like to see that one
Is
myself.
15-0.
That was a quick uppercut that hit him right under the chin. People went, look, see, right there, right there. See, that was a quick uppercut that snapped the head back.
We have to see whether or not that's going to happen today.
And millions of boxing
All set. Go. Mercanti says they're all set, and there's the...
He's able to throw the same punch twice, under nose. The body shot, then the uppercut. Raises, he's trying to use his additional weight.
Good left by Tyson. That's real.
I tell whether or not that punch hurt.
Tubbs is hurt. Tubbs is hurt badly. It was a left hook.
And it's over. Odell Hadley has jumped in the ring. The fight is over.
Leonard, let's take a look back at the left hands which did the damage.
Well, Tyson now starting to find his range. That left hook there pretty much spoke for itself. It's self-explanatory because it was a short and powerful left hook that put Tony Tubbs down.
В ринге и один Тайсон. Не дает ему, видите, вот этот толчок. И короткий крюк слева в голову и жесткий удар справа. Увы, чудо не случилось, которые сделали его Тайсон.
As you take a look at the tail of the Tony, here we go. ATN right across the ring. Neither guy has thrown a punch yet. ATN reaches out with the left hand. Mike on top of him, bangs him with the left hook right away. ATN. Good instructions given by the ref in the early going. Mike gets it for the right hand, and ATN is down. He was really there with a punch right hand. It's up to 5 and 6. He's not going to make it. It's 7, 8, 9, and 10. He knocks him out in the first round with a punch.
I'm trying to keep my hands up. I'm moving. I'm trying to get to the side and look for the opening. I see it. Here it is. Boom. Straight. Boom. Just
Give me 1 second, fam. I see my internet is acting crazy. 1 second, family, 1 second. I got to get my other computer back into the damn stream. Oh, goodness, it's always something, I tell you. Check. Like, we have to reset up the whole show. Experience makes it better, though. I know exactly what I need to do, how to do it, and so we get it done much faster these days. See that? Bam, I'm back. Okay. So now I have another video I want to show. It's from, I want to say Super Bowl 54. I'm almost sure. But family, check this out. Check this out. Dig the play, yo. Okay. I want y'all to dig this play. The reason this video is fuzzy is because guys be having to, re-download things and, re-upload it and download it and re-upload it, because these things get taken down quite frequently. And each time you take a video down and upload it, it loses a little bit of quality. Okay, but just check this out, family. You see the guy's hand with doing the thumbs up maneuver. Now watch. This is going to be a missed tackle. Square on missed tackle. Look, he gave him the thumbs up, and wow, what do you know? He missed over. If he had missed to the side or just missed, I would say, okay. So now you know when you see a tackle that looks like this, it's probably fake. Okay? It's probably fake. This is just a horrible time to do a show today, I see. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the broadcast right here, and we're going to pick it back up right here in about a few hours. All right, family. Peace.